From an insane Champions League record to the fastest exit in football history, these are the 10 unbreakable records in football. And first up, Cristiano Ronaldo was breaking records in Europe's biggest competition. When it comes to the Champions League, Ronaldo's a god, man. The dude has more goals than some players even have games. Ronaldo's finished as the Champions League top scorer a record 7 times, but in 2013-14, he peaked and set an insane record no one's been able to beat. That season, Ronaldo was on smoke. He scored a staggering 17 goals in the Champions League, including this penalty in the final against city rivals Atletico Madrid. 17 goals! Amazing! Just to put into context, the closest guy to come close to Ronaldo's tally of 17 goals is Ronaldo himself in 2015-16, with 16 goals. No wonder he's called Mr. Champions League. The dude owns the place. A couple of years back, Ronaldo himself said he doesn't chase the records, that the records chase him. And my man wasn't capping, because goal-scoring feats aren't the only thing Ronaldo's breaking on this list. He's dropping freaking crossbreeds with the NBA. Fly Emirates? Nah, the biggest airline company in football, it's CR7 Airlines. When it comes to taking flight, Ronaldo's unstoppable. His leap at 2.56 meters still doesn't come close to his record-breaking jump, and this one has a crazy backstory to it. In 2013, Ronaldo was facing his former club, Manchester United, in the Champions League, and he still had dudes on the United team from when he used to play there, so they knew they had to keep extra tabs on him from scoring. But what they didn't know was that Ronaldo wasn't the same player he was all those years back. He was now a beast, not just on the field, but in the air too. And Patrice Evra was about to find out firsthand. This leap at 2.98 meters is the highest recorded jump in football history. His jump was so high, his foot was reaching Evra's face, bro. What the heck? I'd pay good money to see Ronaldo and LeBron on the same Lakers team. Next season, man. Make it happen. David De Gea in the United goal didn't stand a chance with that one. And to be fair, I don't think many goalkeepers would have been able to reach that. Except this one dude, who was so insane, they called him the Black Spider. Lev Yashin. Back in his playing days, Yashin rose to become one of the greatest goalies in the game's history. Because apart from jaw-dropping saves week in and week out, he changed the way fans saw goalkeepers. See, Yashin became a voice for a new breed of goalie, commanding his role and making sure the defense was intact. And in 1963, he became so good that at the end of his season, FIFA decided that for the first time, Yashin was going to make history. He won the Lionel Messi Award. Scratch that, the Ballon d'Or. But really, guys, Yashin made history by becoming the first goalie to be crowned as the best keeper in the world. And ever since, no one's been able to do it. After Yashin passed a couple of years back, FIFA decided to honor him by naming the Best Goalkeeper in the World award after him. A legend, and a legendary record too. Can't say the same about Keith Gillespie's record though, because this is one he'd probably wish the whole world can forget. In a Premier League match between Sheffield United and Reading, the game was already heated. But then, the Sheffield United coach at the time somehow made it worse. A major blunder. See, the coach figured he could bring a new player to give his team the advantage and change the game. So a few minutes later, he had Keith Gillespie warm up just before a throw-in was taken. And then this happened. Dude got sent off in 0 seconds, the record time for a sending off in the game's history. That's probably one of the most idiotic things I've ever seen on live TV. He'd have been better off staying at home. Man, wonder what's gonna happen if I put him on the same team with Jose Mourinho. And now this guy is the master of the dark arts. Jose Mourinho is one of the most successful managers of his generation. The man has won everything and has the balls to back it up. But with Mourinho, it's never been about the success alone, because when it comes to it, he's the most controversial manager I've ever seen. From his early days at Porto to Roma, he's never been shy of the spotlight, and the referee's back pocket too, because all through his career, Mourinho has picked up a staggering 8 red cards. It's easy to see where Sergio Ramos got his inspiration from. Hey man, I get it. The dude likes to win. Can't really blame him. Guess he just loves it when his team picks up the pace a little bit. And speaking of pace, I bet you're not ready for this one. My boy Raphael Leite set a new speed record. The hair, looks, and that record label too. Raphael Leite is super fly. When he isn't cooking bars in the studio on off days, he's turning up the heat in Milan. Just like he did 2 seasons back when he made history. December 2020, Milan vs Sassuolo, and with just 6 seconds gone, Leite dropped the game glitch. Damn, bro mastered the kickoff glitch on EAFC. Across the major 5 leagues in Europe, Leite's goal at 6 seconds is the fastest recorded. It's like watching Usain Bolt in Adidas boots and dreadlocks. Scoring a goal in 6 seconds is crazy. But you want to know what's even more crazy? Getting multiple goals in minutes! Robert Lewandowski. All through his career, Lewandowski has consistently done one thing right: deliver cringe-worthy TikToks with his wife. Oh yeah, he's also scored tons of goals too. But in 2016, Lewandowski set the Bundesliga on fire when he set a record so crazy, no one's ever gonna be able to break it. His Bayern team was facing Wolfsburg in the league, and at halftime, they were losing 1-0. The coach Pep Guardiola didn't start Louis for this one, but with the team needing a goal, he had him lace up and warm up for the second half. And once Lewandowski was on the pitch and in his groove, there was simply no stopping him. 5 goals in 9 minutes. Lewandowski! Okay, maybe that sounded cooler in my head, but insane still. But Louis ain't doing it in the World Cup like my boy Holland was in 2019. When he dropped a performance so insane, he put the football universe on red alert. Holland was representing Norway at the Under-20 World Cup when they faced Honduras in the final group stage game. At the time, Norway was already out, but Holland still felt he needed to drop a performance before heading home. So he came into this one with a mission on his mind. And as soon as the ref hit the whistle to start the game, he entered beast mode. 9 goals, man! 9 goals in 90 minutes! That's a goal every 10 minutes! Holland's record of 9 goals in a match is the highest goal tally recorded by a single player in one match in any FIFA competition across all levels. And looking at him now, it's safe to say that was only the beginning. He's a goal-scoring machine now. Last season, Holland was part of the Manchester City team that won the treble, winning the FA Cup, Champions League, and Premier League. But I bet there's one trophy neither Holland nor Man City would be winning anytime soon. And this one's so special, there's only ever been one winner. Arsenal vs Leicester City on the final day of the 2003-04 season, and everyone was tuned in, because Arsenal was on the brink of creating magic. Coming into this one, they'd gone 37 games unbeaten in the league. They knew all they needed was a draw to become the first team in modern football history to finish a league season unbeaten. But it didn't quite start as planned, because after Leicester took the lead in the first half, they were against it. But in the second half, they came back to win 2-1 and became invincible. Since that time, no team's been able to match this unbeaten run. And to honor them, they even got a special trophy for Arsenal to recognize them. Just like how there's an award for Messi after he broke a record that had stood for 40 years. In 2012, Lionel Messi was on different smoke. At the end of the year, Messi had scored a staggering 91 goals in all competitions. That's more goals than Chelsea and Arsenal had in the Premier League. The previous record belonged to Gerd Müller at 85 goals, but with Messi's new record in the bag, I think it's safe to say no one's beating this anytime soon. Just like no one's beating the content on Goal Zone, man. Hit that subscribe button straight up.